Hello and welcome to another video. Oh my god, I'm starting this video when it's light. That hasn't happened in a while. I just had one of the worst, most severe bouts of nausea I think ever had. It was bad. I mean, I was already feeling moderately sick, like I would usually, and I thought, oh, I really need to take nystatin, which is my antifungal medication. And I was feeling kind of sick, but I was like, it'll be fine, I've taken it when I felt like this before. So I took it, and then 15 minutes later, thankfully I'm feeling better now. It's 2:30, and I haven't eaten lunch yet, but my mum is just making me some, and I'm hopeful that I can eat something, because obviously I haven't taken any of my lunchtime medication yet, and that needs to be taken. I've just taken my pre-lunch medication, and that seems to have gone down okay. So I think I'll be alright. I'm working my way through all the Marvel films I bought that I showed you in my last video, and I'm about to start Captain America Winter Soldier. I've never been a huge fan of the kind of Captain America films, although I really loved Civil War. And it was watching Civil War that made me want to buy the others, because I feel like I'm, missing something that, I didn't really understand why I didn't like them. And I watched the first one, and of course everyone knows that's like the least good one. But actually, instead of thinking of it as a superhero movie, I thought of it as kind of an Indiana Jones style movie with some superhero elements thrown in, and actually that made it a lot better. I still think it was too long, but it's better than I remember. And I'm just about to watch the second one, which I didn't really like either the first time I saw it, but I'll let you know what I think. So the rest of yesterday was, I don't want to say a disaster, because I feel like that's slightly melodramatic, but it wasn't great. I just started to get a really bad headache, and I just knew that the rest of the day was just not going to work out in my favour. So I spent it in bed in a very dark room, just lying on a hot water bottle because a lot of the pain was in my jaw. And I'm not going to lie, I was pretty downcast by it because the nausea kind of just came out of nowhere, and I was like, okay, this is weird, but whatever. And then the headache, and I was just like, oh, for God's sake, there's no rhyme or reason. There is no rhyme or reason to Lyme. So I'm getting my hair cut today. Someone's coming to the house to do it. Just gonna have a few inches taken off the length because it's getting quite long. Oh dear, look at the cat. Yeah, it's just getting a bit long to manage. It's a lot more energy to wash it, to condition it, to dry it, to brush it. So this is what it looks like before, and this is it after. I really like it. Not too short, just short enough to save some time whilst washing and drying it, but it's long enough to still tie back. Back in my pyjamas already, obviously. So now it's nearly 5 p.m. I'm just gonna take some tablets and then just relax for the rest of the evening, basically. Tonight, something new to report is that I've just taken a new supplement, and this isn't something that I've gotten through Breakspear, the hospital I go to for my Lyme treatment. This is something that my parents saw on a TV programme, which sounds like really weird, but stick with it. There's this series in the UK called The Truth About So-and-so, and it's a scientist who investigates different areas of life. They've done The Truth About Dieting, The Truth About Exercise, The Truth About Drugs, and this one was The Truth About Sleep. The person who presents it, he's a doctor in something or other, and he is an insomniac. And one of the things he found that a lot of people have said helps their sleep is taking probiotics, which I already do, but also taking something called a prebiotic, which is a powder that you take about an hour before you go to bed that kind of fertilizes the good bacteria in your intestines and therefore promotes a healthy sleep, because every day there are new scientific articles coming out that show how important our gut bacteria are in our overall health, influencing things that, we never even thought was possible. There's a lot of research suggesting they have a big influence on ME and chronic fatigue patients, and obviously it's a big part of Lyme treatment as well. So my dad ordered this organic, all natural prebiotic. I took it tonight. Obviously I'm going to have to take it for a while to see if it will have any real improvement in my sleep, but to be honest, I'll pretty much try anything. So let's see how it goes. So I've not accomplished anything today. or yesterday, or the day before. I suppose the day before I had my hair cut, so I guess that's something. But I haven't done anything that needed to be done. I haven't done any yoga, I haven't had a sauna, I haven't edited any of my video yet. It's not good. I have, though, been getting back into my knitting. I haven't done any knitting for months. I don't know why. I think because although it is a very low energy, chronic illness friendly activity, it still does take some energy, and you have to find the right sitting position because I can't hold my head up for very long, so I have to like lean back. But I don't know, I just fancied it the last few days. I haven't really been able to do anything creative for God knows how long, too long. And so knitting is a kind of way for me to do a little bit of that. I don't know. I didn't sleep well last night. Today has not been a great day, but it's not been a great day for a number of reasons. I woke up to the news of the terrorist attack in Manchester last night. I mean, there really aren't any words, are there? I put my phone on aeroplane mode at night because I use it to check the time if I wake up. And if there are notifications on my phone, I tend to stop and read them, and then that makes me wake up more. So I put it on aeroplane mode. And I don't take it off aeroplane mode until I'm like properly awake. So today that was like 7:45, 8 o'clock. And the first notification to appear on my phone was one from BBC Breaking News, and it said that the flags of Downing Street had been lowered to half-mast. And I was like, what? Why? Because that only happens in very serious circumstances. And I went onto Twitter and I just saw, like, I can't comprehend it. I can't comprehend it. I've been to big arena concerts. They are just places of just pure joy and love and happiness. Like I said, there aren't any words. Oh dear, today has not gone well so far. I slept very, very little last night. So I knew that today was going to be bad, but it's also a very, very hot day today. And that means that my POTS is worse. It's definitely been worse over the last few weeks anyway, but today it's really bad. Unfortunately, I have a phone appointment today with my Lyme doctor. Really bad timing, but I don't want to cancel it because there's lots of stuff I need to talk about. I'm going to go and rest as much as possible until the appointment. I made it through today. I feel like it was a pretty positive appointment. So I finally got the results of my genetic test that I had done, it must have been like a month and a half ago now. There were two main things to come out of it. The first one is that I do not have an enzyme called COMT, which helps break down neurotransmitters in the body, and not having it can contribute to anxiety and depression. So I can get this enzyme if I have a lot of B vitamins. I'm already taking B2, but I'm going to start taking like B complex, which is like all the B vitamins. Secondly, the gene that's responsible for the production of glutathione, and that name should be familiar to you if you watch my videos, because that is something I've had a lot of problems with over the course of my treatment. I couldn't tolerate it orally, I couldn't tolerate it through an IV. So it's just been a really big battle to try and get this into my body. But the genetic test results actually revealed that I do not have the gene to produce it naturally in my body. That means I need it all the more, and I will need it for the rest of my life, even if I go into remission, even if it's 25 years after remission, I'll still need to take it. But that is obviously a problem. They've just released a new glutathione product, and it tastes slightly nicer apparently. It tastes like melons. So he's going to send me a sample of it to see how well I tolerate it. And then if I tolerate it well, I can order some more and, take it every day. But I think it's going to be a process of just building up very gradually, because last time I just started taking a full dose, orally I mean, a full dose straight away, and that didn't work out so well. So I just need to build it up gradually, and hopefully that will work better. It's funny because pretty much everybody else I know through Breakspear or who's getting Lyme treatment takes glutathione and says it makes them feel amazing. And it always makes me so jealous because I'm like, it doesn't work like that for me. I've also got a new herbal supplement to add into my herbal protocol. I can't remember the name at the moment. So I'm actually feeling pretty good about everything now, which was really nice because, let's be honest, for the last few weeks I have not been feeling good. It's been kind of tough going. So I'm so happy that I finally feel like a bit more comfortable with the way things are going. So I'm going to go to bed now because I am so tired. Today it's 27 degrees outside and I have to go to the doctor's. I don't know why, it always seems to be the hottest day of the year on the day I have to leave the house and go to doctor's appointments. It's happened quite a few times now. I'm pretty nervous today, not because of the doctor's appointment, but because it's hot and I really don't feel good. I'm just going for my annual diabetes checkup. When you have diabetes, you have to have one every year, so this is mine. I'm not really sure what it usually involves. I'm guessing height, weight, blood pressure, the usual, and then they just chat to you about how you think it's going. I'm going to talk to him about my medication because this is something that I brought up when I saw the endocrinologist. And he said that he would be happy for me to stop my medication altogether, which really surprised me. And I'm not sure if I want to do that because obviously the diabetes is being controlled, which is great. And if I come off it, my blood sugar is much more unstable than a normal person's blood sugar because I have Lyme disease and I'm going through treatment and stuff like that. So it's a lot more unpredictable. But I do want to talk about changing to a different medication because the endocrinologist and my Lyme doctor all think that the diabetes medication is responsible for my gastrointestinal symptoms. So the burping I'm having, the nausea, all that sort of horrible stuff. But I'm going to see what the doctor says when I go today. Yay, that appointment went really well. I didn't have to wait long at all. In fact, I barely sat down. They called me in. I was like, brilliant. The big thing is that I can stop taking the diabetes medication, the metformin. I do have to have a blood test in 3 months to check that my blood sugar levels haven't shot back up because I'm not on medication. He has referred me to a podiatrist because a big thing with diabetes is you have to take care of your feet because your extremities don't heal as quickly and you can develop problems, numbness, ulcers, that sort of thing. And you may remember if you've watched my videos from the very start that about a year ago I fell in the shower and I jammed the second toe on my right foot in the plug hole and cut it up really badly and it swelled up a lot and I couldn't move it and it was extraordinarily painful. I didn't go to the doctors because I was leaving for Breakspear the next day, so I just didn't have time. And although the cut healed well, it still hurts occasionally, the toe itself. So I think what happened was that I fractured it or I broke it and it just didn't heal correctly. So I mentioned this to him and he was like, oh yeah, we could refer you to the podiatrist if you'd like. And I was like, I don't really want that. But then he was feeling for pulses in my feet and he couldn't find them in the foot that had the toe that was cut up and broken. So he did refer me. It was so hot in the doctor's and I was wearing a face mask and so it was doubly hot because you can't really breathe in those things. But I'm not feeling too bad now. I don't have a headache, touch wood, but I'm pretty exhausted, so I'm just gonna lie in bed and relax really. The rest of the day hasn't been that bad at all really. The last few times I've had to sort of go out and overdo it. I've had repercussions straight away in that I've had a migraine for the rest of the day and just can't get out of bed. But this time it hasn't been too bad, which is really nice. Although I am exhausted, so I'm going to go to bed now. Today marks the end of another 2 weeks, the end of another video. I can't really remember what I've done. Not much, I don't think. I hope you've enjoyed it and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.